We're at City Hall right now, and this is the Student and Emerging Artist Exhibition that's sponsored by the Magnolia Arts Exchange and the City of Ocala. The Emerging Artist Show is for young people from high school up to age 30 who are just coming out with their art, and the Arts Exchange offers resources and support to these new and blooming artists. And they receive ribbons and prizes. In the high school category, Marion County Public Schools had 3 winners. The weekend of April 26th, so this would include Friday night, then Saturday and Sunday during the day, we're having a senior pop-up show where the seniors will set their work up on Friday at Paddock Mall, Friday, April 26th, and they'll show their work all weekend. And their work will be in 3 different spots in the main part of the mall in front of their anchor stores. The Superintendent's Art Show is for every school K-12, and every art teacher picks their most exemplary work of the entire school year. So we are honoring 1 student from each school. And that show is at the Appleton Museum the evening of May 1st. We have the award ceremony at 6, and then that's followed by a reception. And we roll out the red carpet for these student artists and make them feel like they are stars, because they are.
The 4th annual Spring Fine Arts Fling was in full swing at Shady Hill Elementary. Shady Hill's Harmony Group and the Heartbeats performed to a packed house in front of the whole student body, the teachers, and family members. How does something like this massive get started?
A lot of hard work, a lot of commitment, a lot of time.
Yes, and a lot of just coming up with the idea in the first place. I mean, that's the very first step, and I think we started over the summer.
Yes.
I think I texted her at the very beginning of the summer and said, hey, what if we did this? And then Sandra runs, and then I run, and then you end up with a huge production.
Yes, exactly. Idea after idea builds. So she decided to do blacklight hallway, and I was like, well, let's do some blacklight drumming. It just builds upon itself, and we create a monster, a wonderful creative monster.
And now on with the show, the Shady Hill Student Choice Awards!
Along with the instruments being played and the singing were the Student Choice Awards. A vote was cast by all grade levels to choose the songs that everyone would perform, and their favorite administrators, teachers, and they even got each one of them a take-home award of sorts. They got slimed, one right after the other.
I'm Officer Reese, Miss Riedel, and Miss Surdom, and Miss Cavalier, and I forget who the other person was because we were standing out here.
Miss Cooking.
As Garrett so poignantly stated, his favorite part was the sliming of Officer Reese, Principal Miss Riedel, and Mrs. Surdom. With all the children participating from K to 5th grade, it was quite a spectacle to behold.
All of those, all the songs just with all the artwork, were all chosen by all the students. Our theme was the Student Choice Awards. So they all chose those songs to perform, but then also things like the movements that they choreographed to go with the music, they choreographed. Of course, I led them in the right direction, maybe helped them a little with 1 or 2 things that they might have not thought of, but they are the ones that created that.
Let's visit with the art show side of things. As Ms. Cavalier explains, it was all the students' idea.
Every student mounted their work on background paper. Every student wrote their own name tag and artist statement. Every student hung their artwork. I set up the racks. They came in for class, and we set it up the whole week. It was all their thing. So they took great ownership and pride in it.
We're so grateful, and we will always add that we are so grateful because there is no way, if we had not passed and then repassed our millage tax here in this county, there is no way that we would have been able to put on this show. If we were only here half-time, this would not have happened.
Never.
So we are so grateful, as always, as music and art educators, for all of our voters saying yes to fund our public schools, because this is what those tax dollars accomplish.
For students planning to attend college, the ACT and SAT tests are vitally important, as one or both will be required for admission to almost all undergraduate programs in the United States. They can also help you earn financial aid for school. Students should take the ACT and/or the SAT beginning their junior year in high school and continue to take them to improve your score. Please know that some colleges and universities superscore ACT and SAT results, meaning they take an average of your scores. So be sure to take these tests early and often. Next Friday, May 3rd, is the registration deadline for both the SAT and ACT. The ACT will be June 8th, with the SAT a week earlier on June 1st. You can visit collegeboard.org or act.org and be sure to speak with your school counselor for more information.
The 18th Annual Student Media Festival recently honored over 200 student video productions in 12 categories across 4 age groups. In addition to awarding a first, second, and third place in each, a single video from each age group was selected as Best of Show, and the winning school received a $1,000 cash prize. In the high school division, that title went to the public service video Cake by Forest High.
Love is like a cake. It's sweet. But it doesn't always go as planned. It'll go by too slow. And it'll go by too fast. It'll get really messed up, and you can try to cover it. Try to make it pretty. But no matter how hard you try, it'll never be good enough. So you'll try again.
The Roots, both family and Forest, run deep on the diamonds for the Green and Gold, where Jed Yancey coaches baseball at his alma mater on a field named after his dad.
He's still the first one out here, loves doing it, loves being a part of it, and as long as he can do it, his name's on the field, so you can't tell him to get away. I grew up here. It's not just a matter of having played here or gone to school here. I grew up here. You know, obviously my dad coaching here for so long. So, I mean, I do have a genuine passion for this school, for this program especially, and specifically, and really do care about it. I don't know that I could wear any other color.
Follow it. You gotta catch it first, though. Catch the white thing.
Yancey is old school, literally, as in the old Forest High on Fort King Street. But while the location has changed, the program remains the same.
You know, obviously the park here isn't the same as the one over there. You know, the school is different. Things changed, but it's all the same program. It's the same F. It's the same logo. It's the same colors. All things the same, and you know, so that's a cool thing as well.
Just beyond the left field fence, the ties are even stronger, where softball is a sister act.
Both of my sisters play and coach with me at the moment. My youngest sister is a senior here at Forest, and my sister that I played with at Forest is my assistant coach, and I could not do this without her. She is by far the biggest part of me being here at Forest.
I like coaching with my sister and being able to coach our younger sister. I mean, it takes up all my time, and it's what I like to do when I'm not at work, so it's a good way to spend my days.
Really, I don't know any different. I had stopped playing for a while, and then I decided to start back up my freshman year, which was before I even knew that they were going to be coaching here, because that was the year they also came back to Forest. So in all honesty, I don't know any different from having them as my coaches.
I remember playing here, and my little sister, that's the senior now, Haley, she was a little kid. She would be in the stands watching, and I know my mom would sometimes have to take her home early, take her to bed at like 8 o'clock, so they didn't always get to stay and watch all the games, but it's cool now to see her out here where we were.
I know that I wouldn't be as in love with this sport if they weren't here with me, because I feel like it's brought us closer because we have something in common and we spend hours together every day.
It is so great. I get to spend more time with my sisters, and I get to spend time at the place that I loved most as a young adult.
Marion County Public Schools is always on the lookout for new teachers, and we hope to find some this Saturday at Vanguard High. The district is hosting a teacher job fair from 9 to 1, with morning check-in for non-registered applicants beginning at 7. Interested teachers must be certified or eligible for certification, complete an online application, and bring copies of their resumes for principals to review. If you hold a Florida DOE certification, bring it. If not, bring copies of your college transcripts, exam scores, and any valid out-of-state certifications. For more information, visit www.marionschools.net or contact Kira Shafty at 352-236-0500.